Hi everybody, this is Shane R. Monroe with Review Lagoon and Green Robot Gamer. We're going to be doing some experimentation today with the NVidia Shield. As you can see, I've got this guy tethered up to my 60-inch TV via mini HDMI. Just going to pop a squat and I'm going to go through and show you guys a few things. First of all, this is in mirror mode. It's funny, as soon as I start recording, cars drive by my house. If I'm not recording, not a single person goes by. So here I am playing on the Shield itself, right? So I can do that. Now if I disconnect the HDMI and plug it back in, anytime you plug it in, it gives me an option to shift over to something called console mode. Console mode will disable the screen here on the NVIDIA Shield and fire it up to the TV and reboot the machine. This puts it in 1080p, adds a few more enhancements, etc., etc. So now we're officially in console mode. Now the cool thing to notice is these controls still work, right? So I could literally just sit here and play my game, right? Or what I could do is I could also take either, say, an NVIDIA or a Nyko Pro Pad or even an 8-bitty controller, and I could pair these up to the Shield and let the Shield act as the console while I sit back and enjoy a wireless experience. So let's see how that works. So I'm going to take the Shield, put it right here where you can keep your eyes on it. Alright. I'm going to start off by pairing up my Nyko controller. And once it's paired up, you'll see that I have control over the OS, as I should. And I'll hop in here. Make sure I got the right gamepad set up here. Nyko, yep, good to go. Jump into some Galaga 1990. And just so you can see, it's still playing at remote. Oh, I'm slow. It's nighttime. Alright, so you get the idea. Right? What I'm going to do now is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave this up. The 8-bitty is a little more interesting. This is a little harder to do wireless. I'm going to turn it on, and it recognized a second Bluetooth controller. Unfortunately, I can't do anything with it because it's set up for the other controller. Now, if you only had one or the other controller, you wouldn't have to go through this monkey business. But in this case, I'm going to jump in here. I'm going to auto-detect. And then I'm going to select, I think it was generic gamepad. No, maybe not. One of these custom ones, perhaps. Oh, arcade mode is off, so that's not it. Arcade mode off. Just a moment. Alright, so this custom 2 I could just turn on arcade mode. Right? Now that I've got arcade mode, I'm back in business. And all the keys that you're used to working work. 8-bitty time! So there you go. And I didn't have to get out of the chair. Now, of course, the problem with using the 8-bitty is there's really no way for me to escape out of here and go do something else, right? If I wanted to leave this emulator and say start another one, I can't do it wirelessly, unfortunately. However, using the Nyko, I can. I'm back to the Nyko. Now what I could do is switch to the next emulator. Right? So I'm still on the Nyko. Okay, my Nyko Pro is set up. Go to my recent games. Yeah, great. Perfect for demo purposes, a game over screen. Alright, so now we're on the Nyko. And as you can see, everything works just the way you like it. Pause a little bit. Alright. So now, if I want to switch over to the 8-bitty, you can see I'm dead in the water. So once again, I would have to go to the Shield and actually set this up. Again, this is only because I keep changing controllers. If you only had one controller set up, I don't think you'd have this trouble. Right, auto detect, hit the 8-bitty, and just run down here, turn on arcade mode, and we should be back in business. And we can do right back to the way we were. Oh, except for I don't think I reconfigured this. Second. Well, it says it's going. Now let's go in here. Hang on. Yeah, these probably haven't been all rebound. So confusing sometimes. How about now? Like I said, if you only have one controller... What is this? Is it a party tonight or what? If you only have one controller, this is a lot easier. We don't have to dink with all this stuff. See, now it's custom 3, which is probably right. I hate fighting with the emulators sometimes. It's probably because the other one's hooked up for some reason. It doesn't like that at all. Which is funny because everything else is working other than the controls. I can make this work. Arcade mode is on, man. That should do the trick. Let's try this. I had this working earlier. I don't even know what's going on. See, it's mapping it straight up as a controller, and it shouldn't be. It should be putting letters in there. Very strange. Kind of working with the other one. Anyway, you get the idea. Like I said, if you only had one controller, and I would definitely recommend getting a regular Bluetooth, like a Nyko Pro Pad, because things like the home button, whatnot, do not exist on the 8-bitty, which means as a console, you'd have a lot of trouble using it without having it sitting right next to you. So, there you go. Also, listen, while I'm here, I can show you what the NVIDIA Grid stuff looks like. These are all the free games they let you stream right now. Let's check out the Grid. I was playing this earlier. And it does take a few minutes for everything to get into the actual game, but it does keep your game safe for you. Patience, patience. There we go. And it knew I was here before, so it's resuming. Game is starting, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I didn't do very well the last time. Now remember, this is all streaming off the internet. None of this is actually I don't know what it's doing. console game for sure, doesn't it? Very sensitive controls. I'm quite used to it. I'm not used to these controls at all. Look at that. Gorgeous smoke. Dang, this thing's touchy. I think I'll have to do some calibration using this controller. I was using the Shield controller last time. Except to get used to it. It's very touchy. How about that? Isn't that amazing? It looks great. It's like you're playing a console. I mean, a real console. Not some Android console. I wasn't driving so fast, right? So hard on it. Ah! You get the idea, right? You just leave. We're done here. So there you go. A little MAME action, perhaps. Nothing like MAME on the big screen, man. Watch this. Oh, yes. Sound you never forget. Oops, I must have remapped this. There we go. Oops. Yeah, whatever. And I'm using the Pro Pad. Enough of that. Alright, well there you go. Using, sitting on my butt while my shield's comfortably over by the TV. And a cat on my lap. Hope you enjoyed the demo. Visit greenrobotgamer.com.